Picture a bustling town square, alive with music, chatter, and laughter. At the heart of it all is Uncle Charlie, the life of the party, always spinning tales, cracking jokes, and making everyone feel special. Now imagine one day, Uncle Charlie goes quiet. No stories, no grins, just a calm, steady silence. The square feels different, emptier, somehow. People start whispering, "Where's Charlie? Is he okay? Did we do something wrong?" That, dear friends, is the magic of silence in relationships. When a man who's been a steady presence in a woman's life, texting, calling, caring, suddenly stops talking, it's not just a pause. It's a thunderclap, a plot twist, a moment that shakes the whole story. Grab a cozy seat, maybe a slice of pie, and let's dive into this epic tale of why silence is so powerful, what a woman might do when it happens, and how it can inspire growth, respect, and self-love for everyone involved. This is a long, lively guide, perfect for elders and anyone who loves a good story, packed with humor, wisdom, and motivation to keep you hooked. The big deal about silence, why it's louder than a marching band. Let's set the scene. Imagine a relationship, or even a budding connection, like a dance. The man's been leading, twirling the woman with texts, calls, check-ins, maybe a few thoughtful gestures like remembering her favorite coffee order. It's a rhythm she's gotten used to, like the steady beat of a favorite song. But then, one day, he stops. No text, no call, no "Hey, how's your day?" The music cuts out, and the dance floor feels empty. That's what silence does, it changes everything. Now, this isn't about being petty or playing hard to get. It's more like when grandma decides she's done baking cookies for everyone until they say thank you properly. It's a boundary, a moment of saying, I need to protect my heart, my energy, my peace. For the man, silence might come from realizing he's been giving too much without getting respect back. Maybe he's tired of chasing, or maybe he's just choosing to focus on himself, like a farmer tending his own fields instead of someone else's. Whatever the reason, his silence isn't empty, it's full of meaning, like a blank canvas waiting to reveal a masterpiece. Why does it matter? Because attention is like gold in relationships. When you give it, it's a gift. When you take it away, people notice, just like they'd notice if the sun stopped shining. For a woman who's used to your warmth, your texts, your laughs, your reliability, your silence is a shock. It's not just about missing you, it's about losing something she might have taken for granted, like a cozy blanket on a chilly night. And that's when the real story begins. What she might do when you go quiet. When a man stops talking, the woman doesn't just shrug and move on like it's no big deal. Oh no, it's like the opening act of a blockbuster movie, full of twists, turns, and surprises. Her reactions are a mix of instinct, emotion, and sometimes a little ego, like a recipe with a pinch of spice. Let's break down the 5 big ways she might respond, with all the juicy details, humor, and heart to keep you entertained, plus a motivational kick to inspire you to stay strong. Think of this as a storytelling session around a crackling campfire, where every detail paints a picture. 1. The curious detective poking around to solve the mystery. Imagine you're at a magic show, and the magician, poof, disappears. The audience doesn't just clap and leave, they start looking for clues. That's what she does when you go silent. She turns into a detective, trying to figure out why the guy who was always there suddenly vanished. Maybe she sends a sneaky text, "Hey, stranger, where you been?" Or she likes a photo you posted 6 months ago, hoping you'll notice. She might even slide into your social media stories with a heart eyes emoji or ask a friend, "So, what's up with him lately?" These aren't random moves, they're her fishing line, cast out to see if you'll bite. Why it happens? Humans hate mysteries they can't solve. Your silence is like a locked door, and she's rattling the handle to see if it's still open. If she's used to your attention, losing it feels like misplacing her favorite earrings. She's gotta check if they're still around. Sometimes it's curiosity, sometimes it's ego, and sometimes it's a mix of both. She's testing, is he still into me? Can I still get a reaction? These pokes can be subtle, like a single haha on your story, or bold, like a late night text saying, "Saw something that reminded me of you." If you've been the one always reaching out, this is her flipping the script, trying to regain the upper hand. It's not always about love, sometimes it's about control, like when a kid nudges a toy to see if it still works. If she's more indirect, she might post something cryptic online, like a quote about people who disappear, hoping you'll see it and feel a twinge. Hold your ground, like a wise old tree in a storm. Her poking doesn't mean you need to jump back in. Your silence is your power, a way of saying, "I'm not here for games." If you respond too soon, you're handing her the reins again. Stay calm, observe, and remember, you're worth more than a quick reply to a curious nudge. Keep tending your own garden, and let her show if she's ready to grow with you. 2. The fiery flare-up. When silence sparks a storm sometimes, silence doesn't bring out her inner detective, it lights a fuse. Picture her as a dragon, puffing smoke because the night, that's you, isn't answering her calls. She might send a snappy message, "So, you're just ghosting me now? Cool." Or she posts something online that's clearly a jab, like, "Some people think they're too good to reply." Maybe she even calls you out directly, "Wow, no text for days." Real mature. This isn't just anger, it's a fireworks show, and you're the unintended audience. Why it happens? Silence can feel like a punch to the ego, especially if she's used to you chasing her. Your absence takes away her sense of control, like when grandpa loses the TV remote and gets grumpy. Anger is her way of coping with the uncertainty. Deep down, she's asking, why isn't he acting like he used to? It's not always hate, sometimes it's her dressed up in a fiery costume. If she thought she had you figured out, your silence rewrites the rulebook, and that can make her mad. This anger might show up in different flavors. Some women go passive-aggressive, dropping hints online or giving you the cold shoulder in person. Others are direct, firing off texts that sound like accusations. It's like she's saying, if I can't have your attention, I'll at least get a reaction. If you've always been the one to smooth things over, she might expect you to do it again, using her anger as a hook. But here's the twist, this isn't always about you. It's about her struggling to handle the void you left, like a kid throwing a tantrum when their favorite toy is gone. Don't get burned by the dragon's fire. Reacting to her anger pulls you back into a cycle that drains your energy. Your silence isn't meant to hurt her, it's meant to protect your peace, like locking the door to keep out chaos. Stay steady, like a lighthouse in a storm. If she's angry, let her feel it. It's not your job to fix her emotions. By staying silent, you're showing you're bigger than the drama, and that's a strength that shines brighter than any argument. 3. The mirror of reflection. When silence becomes a teacher now, here's where the story gets juicy. After the pokes and the fireworks, silence can work like a magic mirror, showing her things she didn't see before. Alone with her thoughts, she might start replaying your time together, like flipping through an old photo album. She wonders, did I push him away? Was I too caught up in myself? Did I take him for granted? This isn't just guilt. It's growth, like a flower pushing through the dirt to find the sun. Why it happens, silence creates space, and space makes room for truth. When you're not there filling the air with texts or calls, she's left with her own heart. If she valued you, even a little, your absence hits hard. It's like realizing you forgot to water your favorite plant only after it starts wilting. If she's got a good head on her shoulders, she'll start connecting the dots. Moments she brushed you off, times she didn't match your effort, or ways she could have been kinder. This reflection doesn't happen overnight. At first, she might brush off your silence, thinking, he'll be back. But as the days tick by, the quiet gets louder. She might remember how you always checked in after her tough days or how you made her laugh when she was down. If your connection was real, these memories sting. She might even feel a pang of regret, like when you realize you didn't hug grandma enough when you had the chance. If she's mature, this can lead to real change, maybe a heartfelt apology or a new way of showing up. But if she's not there yet, she might deflect, blaming you to protect her pride. Your silence is a gift, not a weapon. It gives her a chance to grow and you a chance to see who she really is. You're not here to force her to change, you're here to live your truth. Keep shining your light, like a beacon that guides without chasing. If she steps up with respect and sincerity, that's a win. If not, you've already won by choosing yourself. That's the kind of power that builds legends. For the attention magnet, pulling you back with charm sometimes, her reaction is less about fire and more about finesse. Picture her as a peacock, flashing her brightest feathers to catch your eye. She might post a stunning photo online, drop a nostalgic text like, remember that crazy night at the diner, or even show up where you hang out, looking like she just stepped out of a movie. These are her ways of saying, hey, look at me, I'm still here. It's not always about love, it's about wanting to feel important to you again, like a star reclaiming the spotlight. Why it happens, your attention was a mirror that made her feel seen, valued, maybe even adored. When you take it away, it's like turning off the stage lights, she wants them back on. This isn't always manipulative, sometimes it's just human nature. She misses the warmth of your focus, like a cat curling up in a sunny spot. Her moves are a test, can I still pull him back? Do I still matter? These attention grabs can be sneaky or bold. A subtle move might be liking your old posts or reacting to your stories with a flirty emoji. A bigger one could be a message that tugs at your heartstrings, like, I was just thinking about how we used to talk for hours. If she's feeling bold, she might even post something designed to spark jealousy, like a photo with another guy, hoping you'll wonder, who's that? It's like a chess game, she's making a move to see how you'll counter. But here's the catch, this isn't always about wanting you back. Sometimes it's about proving she still has power over you. You're not a moth to her flame, stay grounded. Her charm doesn't mean you need to dive back in. Your silence is your shield, protecting your heart from games. Watch her actions, not just her sparkle. If she's serious, she'll show it with consistency, not just a pretty text. Keep walking your path, like a hero who knows his worth. You're not here to be dazzled, you're here to build something real. 5. The quiet epiphany. When absence reveals worth finally, we reach the deepest part of the story. If your connection was meaningful, your silence might hit her in the quiet moments, like a soft melody that lingers. She might miss your goofy jokes, your steady support, or the way you made her feel like she could conquer anything. This isn't about pokes or fireworks, it's about her realizing your value when you're not there to remind her. Maybe she sends a sincere, I miss you, or maybe she just feels it in her heart, like a pang for a home you can't return to. Why it happens. We often don't see what we have until it's gone, like forgetting how much you love grandma's apple pie until she's not baking it anymore. Your presence was a gift, your time, your care, your energy. When it's gone, the contrast is stark. If she cared, even if she didn't show it well, your silence becomes a teacher. It shows her what she had and what she might have lost by not valuing it. This epiphany might come late, after she's tried poking, sparking, or charming her way back. In the stillness, she might replay your best moments, how you listened when she was stressed, how you remembered her favorite song, or how you showed up when others didn't. If she's got a good heart, this can spark real change. She might reach out with honesty, saying, "I didn't realize how much you meant to me." But even if she doesn't, the realization is there, like a seed planted in her soul. It's not your job to make her grow, that's her journey. Your silence isn't just a pause, it's a legacy. By choosing yourself, you're showing the world what you're worth. You're not defined by her reaction, but by your courage to stand tall. If she comes back with growth and respect, that's a beautiful chapter. If not, you're still the hero of your story, writing a tale of strength and self-love. Keep shining, like a star that doesn't need anyone's permission to glow. Why silence is your superpower. This grand tale of silence isn't about winning a game or proving a point. It's about truth, like panning for gold in a river of emotions. When you stop talking, you're not just changing the rhythm of a relationship, you're revealing its heart. Is it built on mutual respect, or was it a one-way street? Does she value you, or just the attention you gave? Silence is like a spotlight, illuminating what's real and what's not. For elders, this might feel like the wisdom of years. Sometimes, the best way to teach someone your value is to let them feel your absence. It's not about being harsh, it's about being honest, like when Grandpa says, "I'm not fixing that fence again until you learn to close the gate." For the man choosing silence, it's a bold act of self-love, a declaration that says, "I'm worth more than chasing. I'm worth respect." That's a lesson that resonates across generations, like a song that never goes out of style. But silence isn't just about her, it's about you. It's a chance to rediscover your own strength, like a knight polishing his armor after a long battle. It's a moment to ask, what do I want? What am I no longer willing to accept? Every time she reacts, whether with curiosity, anger, reflection, charm, or realization, you learn something about her and yourself. You see who's worth your energy and who's not. That's the real treasure, more valuable than any text or call. Keep shining, keep growing. As we close this epic tale, let's raise a glass. Maybe some sweet tea or Grandpa's favorite root beer to the power of silence. It's not empty, it's alive with possibility. It's your way of saying, "I choose me, and that's enough." When a woman reacts to your silence, it's a mirror showing her heart, her growth, or her games. Your job isn't to control her story, but to write your own, with courage, wisdom, and a little swagger. So, keep shining, like the sun that doesn't beg the flowers to bloom. Keep growing, like a tree that stands tall through every season. If she meets you with respect, sincerity, and a heart ready to build something real, that's a chapter worth writing. If not, you're still whole, still strong, still the hero of a story that's only just begun. Silence isn't just a pause, it's a symphony, and you're the conductor. Now go out there and make some music, because your worth is a song the world needs to hear.